We are 9 practices complete now at Saints training camp. I'm Todd Graffagnini. This is Erin Summers. Unfortunately, though, Erin, we're going to have to lead off with the injury situation as they're starting to pile up a little bit, and that's something you just don't want to see.
The Saints have gotten a few padded practices under their belt now. The physicality has ramped up, and it's starting to wear on their bodies a little bit, and unfortunately has led to a couple of injuries. Here's head coach Dennis Allen.
It looks like, Benjamin has ruptured Achilles. They sent him over for imaging, so that was the initial diagnosis. We held Brian Brzee out with a calf injury. Doesn't seem like that's going to be anything of significance. We also held out Demario Davis. He went over for some imaging on his calf. I don't believe any of these to be, serious, but they are soft tissue injuries. Rashid Shaheed and Traquan Smith both left practice with a groin. So we'll have to evaluate those guys and see where we're at.
Now, as far as the practice itself, our inside, our outside, and Erin, for the first time, we saw red zone work.
We saw red zone work, 7-on-7s, 11-on-11s. We saw a lot of situational red zone work. So they were really nailing that down today, and we saw a lot of success from the Saints offensively. Derek Carr hit multiple receivers in the end zone. Actually, right here in the indoor facility, Foster Moreau caught a touchdown pass, and he dunked the ball over the uprights. I think it was an ode to Jimmy Graham, but that was really fun to see. So a lot of lively work out there.
Here's head coach Dennis Allen on today's red zone work.
When you get down there in the low red and the ball's on the 2-yard line, there's not a lot of space, and everybody's highly competitive, and defense is trying to keep them out, and offense is trying to get it in the end zone. So I think just the nature where the ball was gets it a little bit more physical and more competitive. Overall, I thought it was good work. There's certainly some things that we got to clean up on both sides of the ball. I thought there was a little bit of give and take there. I thought there were some plays that the defense made. I thought there were some plays the offense made.
Okay, Erin, time to talk about this rookie class, specifically A.T. Perry, Jake Haener, and Nick Saldiveri.
Wide receiver A.T. Perry has really settled in to his game here the last couple of days. He had some huge touchdown catches today in practice. He's got a long body, really good target. Jake Haener's been hitting him. Perry's really feeling good about where he's at in camp.
Just making sure I come out every day, playing the best of my ability and just being consistent. But also, I'm just having fun. So it's hot, but just being out there with the team, just going out every day, just learning new things, being consistent with myself, and just having fun with it. The heat doesn't bother me, so.
Well, quarterback Jake Haener has really been a story during this camp. He has shown a lot of ability, and really it's been impressive, Erin, because since day one, it just feels like the moment of being a rookie quarterback in this league is not too big for him.
That's exactly what everybody has been saying about him. Head coach Dennis Allen, quarterback Derek Carr, everybody feels really comfortable with him in there. His decision-making has been on point, and Haener said a lot of it has to do with the work he's put in ahead of training camp.
I put a lot of time into this. I try to pride myself on knowing what to do and knowing where to go with the football and not having any excuses. Just because I'm a rookie, I don't want to be able to make excuses that I don't know this progression, I don't know this read. I want them to feel comfortable putting me in the game if I have to go in and try to make great throws and great decisions.
Well, unfortunately, with the attrition going on in the offensive line, Nick Saldiveri has been thrust into a role which maybe he didn't expect this early in his career, as we saw him out there today, Erin, working with the first team.
And he's gotten thrown into that role after not really being on the field a lot during this offseason due to a calf injury that he suffered during practices early in the summer. Didn't really participate in much of OTAs, so he's trying to catch up to the speed of the game, the scheme, and now getting thrown into those first team reps.
It's been awesome. It's been a lot of learning. That's kind of to be expected with this whole process. Obviously, the level of football is just different, and learning new scheme and everything. It's just a lot of adjusting and a lot of just trusting the process and just taking it one day at a time, because it's a long camp and you have a lot of opportunities to get better, and you kind of just have to see it that way and approach it that way. So I'm just trying to take it one day at a time and just get better every day.
The DB room, defensive back room, probably the deepest on this team. It has been a strength from day one. Now, Bradley Roby played a lot of cornerback last year, some nickel. This year, he has really made the transition to being strictly a nickelback.
This is the first year that I've really been just focusing on that this year. The first 2 years I've been here has been outside, inside, and I play outside as well. But I feel like last year, those last probably 7, 8 games, really focusing on nickel, and I did pretty well. So just locking in on that, and just because it's like run fits and run gaps, and if this, then that. There's a lot of thinking going on, and a lot of checking and stuff like that. So just another season of just solely locking in on that is going to help for sure.
Also great to see Marcus May back there at the safety position after tearing that Achilles a year ago. Really didn't have much of an offseason, but that's not the case this year, Erin.
Marcus May is feeling a lot more comfortable in his role here with the Saints, the way that they like to play defensively, and he's settling in really well with his counterpart in Tyrann Mathieu. Here's Marcus May.
Definitely feel excited about this year coming in. Had a pretty good offseason, get my body right and everything like that, working on my game and stuff. Just being around the guys, going into this defense year 2, being in the locker room. So just overall feel a lot better than I did last year.
Finally, JT Gray, always known as a special teams marksman, if you will, but starting to get a little more comfortable getting more and more reps in the defensive back role.
JT Gray has been a staple on special teams for the Saints. He's a Pro Bowler. He's a team captain for special teams. He's really solidified that spot on the team for him. That's where he makes his bread and butter, but he is not afraid about vying for some of those reps as a defensive back.
Yeah, here's JT Gray on getting those DB reps.
Oh, most definitely I can. Just progressing the best way that I can to be able to show my value within the defense.
Well, that's going to wrap it up. We'll be back again on Sunday for practice number 10, and we'll keep you informed on all the news that will take place. For the birthday girl, Erin Summers, I am Todd Graffagnini. We'll see you again on the Saints Training Camp Report